I deem it a privilege on my own behalf and on behalf of Government of Telangana that Mr. Tom Cindric and his team of the World of Concrete have decided to come back to Hyderabad once again to make this prestigious event in Hyderabad happen. As you're all aware, concrete has played a very important and preeminent role in the history of human civilization, be it shelter, be it safety, be it comfort, be it good travel facilities for human beings. It's all became possible because of the tremendous development that has taken place in concrete technologies over the past many centuries. But today we have to reflect with exploding human population, with democratic processes spreading to every nook and corner of the globe, with the revolution of rising expectations, the requirements of human beings have exploded manifold, and it is becoming extremely difficult to match the expectations of better human living conditions with the existing technologies. Perhaps we require another quantum leap and a great technological revolution in concrete technology, as it happened with Henry Ford in automobile industry, and as it happened in the last few decades, be it in IT sector, be it in telecom sector. A lot more revolutions have to occur in concrete technologies. The way we are looking at concrete technologies, it's no more, especially my younger friends from the engineering colleges, you have to appreciate that we can't live in isolation. If you want to become a simple technologist, it has limitations. You have to, on the one hand, push the boundaries of your scientific and technological disciplines, and at the same time, you have to interact with a variety of cross disciplines. Today, concrete is basically seen as an intermediary product, but go and explore the market outside, the kind of opportunities that are available, okay? Be it housing needs, be it roads, be it bridges. If only we are able to improve this technology, improve this intermediary product to a final product, okay, then the whole scenario will change. The kind of opportunities you get, the kind of marketing facilities you get will be a completely different scenario. Think of, for example, the kind of development that has taken place in terms of initial reinforced concrete, later PSC, RMC, self-compacting concrete. You take it further, what do you require for a bridge? What do you require for the houses? If you are able to produce all those precast products in a factory environment, huge large scale factory environment, and market it, actually the whole scenario will change. The opportunities will open up like anything. So have a look at this kind of a different perspective and try to push the boundaries of your knowledge. Interact with marketing guys. There has to be a good interaction between government and technologists and finance guys, technologists and marketing chaps, technologists and media people. Because if we talk about these things in an esoteric environment, it doesn't reach a vast majority of the people. The kind of revolution, the kind of innovation we are doing in the world of concrete will have to be known to the common people through our media friends. For example, in Hyderabad, all of you are aware the kind of innovation that we have brought it to this country in terms of construction techniques. They're a world apart, okay? For example, an elevated metro station was always constructed in situ as a portal structure. You have one pillar in the middle of the road, one pier on one side of one edge of the road, another pier on another edge of the road. A 3-pier structure, a portal structure. I have every kilometer, I have a metro station. This metro station, for about 140 or 150 meters long, you will have almost like a tunnel you are covering earlier. The challenge I posed to my L&T engineers, it's one of the best firms, internationally reputed construction giant. I said, why should we have a portal structure for an elevated metro station? Why can't you make it a cantilever, balanced cantilever? They struggled, came up with a beautiful solution. We have taken inspiration from a bird. We have what's called a spine and wings concept we have developed. We have first of all standardized the metro stations. Every metro station will be 140 meter long, 20 meter wide concrete structure. With that, the composite element, depending upon the road width, if it is a 30 meter road, at the end of the 30 meters, we are going to land our staircases, our escalators, our elevators. If it's a 45 meter road, at the end of the 45 meter edge, you do that. If it's a 60 meter road, you do that. With that, the whole process has changed. It's not one-upmanship. Go and please have a look at any of the metro project that's happening in the country. They are built in situ. The entire street was completely closed for building a metro station. You give support from the bottom, from the road level. You lay the first level, concourse level, in situ concrete flooring. Then you keep on watering it 5 times, 10 times a day. Okay? It looks like as if it's raining 10 times a day and the road gets spoiled. This is what a metro, elevated metro is done elsewhere. Here, you have seen the difference. The whole thing is precast. Please, youngsters, please go and have a look at our 2 India's largest precast yards. One at Uppal, 72 acres of Uppal precast yard. The other one is at Kutbulapur. That's about 62 acres of precast yard. It's like a factory kind of an environment. Absolute quality control QA QC systems are established there, and it's a completely different experience. The kind of product which you're all seeing in Hyderabad. People ask me, so how are you able to construct such a huge project taking only least space? That's possible because of the precast technologies which we have brought to this country.